Elise, hello there. My name is Mazzy. I am here to do a personal reading for you today that was purchased for you by your sweet friend Sylvia. I did a reading for her as well, and I'm very excited to channel some messages for you today. I hope you're doing well. I won't ramble on too much since I don't know you very well. I'm not sure the things that you're going through right now. But I hope that we will pull some messages for you that resonate and that offer you a bit of support and guidance in your journey. Spirit, truly grateful for your guidance. Please offer us some messages for Elise today. I love the name Elise, by the way. I hope I'm saying that right. I think I am. I have a friend with that name as well. I've never met anyone with that name that wasn't amazing and beautiful. So just wanted to add that in there. If you hear any noises in the background of the reading, it's probably just my dogs, so forgive me in advance if something like that happens. Messages for Elise. Whew, okay. Had some cards fall onto the floor. I'll be using those as your messages. Alright, we had quite a few cards fall out there, so we'll get started. First, I have the Judgment card for you. So this talks to me a little bit about maybe some serious personal decisions in your life that you have been considering, mulling over, things that you've been thinking about. It could also just be talking about a new venture with you as far as your judgment goes. Maybe you're looking at things in a new way. Maybe you are seeing people in a different light. It sort of feels as if the energy I'm getting is that you're recognizing some things about yourself and the people in your life that maybe you didn't recognize before. And so you're having to make some judgment calls about what is and isn't right for you. And that can be kind of a tough thing to go through. So we'll see what other messages we get, but that's the first card I have for you here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next I have the Six of Wands for you, shadowed by the Five of Wands. So this kind of talks to me a little bit more about that Judgment card, where I'm thinking that maybe you are having growth as far as your judgment goes and as far as your ability to read situations goes. And so maybe this is a call from Spirit to trust your intuition, to trust the red flags you see in others, and to essentially, with the Empress card next here, I'm getting a message that it's going to be very important for you in the coming weeks and coming months in this year to set really strong boundaries for yourself. I have the Three of Swords here shadowing that, so it looks as if maybe you've been struggling a little bit with trusting your intuition, or struggling a little bit with trusting the people in your life in a sense of maybe you haven't had the most clear or healthy boundaries in the past. So it looks to me like you are trying to kind of mull over that. This Empress card here. Sorry about that. Boys, no. No more. No. Sorry, anytime they hear a sound, they go crazy. My apologies. So with this Empress card, I sort of see that at your core and in your roots, you know yourself well enough to set these boundaries and to be clear about these boundaries with others and with yourself. And it sort of just looks like maybe there's been a little bit of a block in that. And so maybe this is something that you've been thinking about a lot. And just something that you've been considering. And I would always suggest to maybe do a little bit of journaling, kind of taking notes, taking inventory, of the things that you do and don't want in your relationships with others, and things you do and don't want as far as your path goes. And just getting really clear with yourself and the universe about where it is you want to go and where you want to move towards in becoming your best self and in becoming the best version of you. So I think those are pretty good messages so far. I hope that that's making sense. As well as I want to say, I did follow you on Instagram so that I could get this video to you. And if you have any questions or concerns or comments at all, please feel free to message me. I'm very open to that, so I just wanted to let you know. Okay, next I have the Four of Wands here. So I thought maybe it was a progression in maybe your thought patterns, but it looks like it's regressing. So maybe there have been, and I also have the Hanged Man here that is shadowed by. So I guess what I'm kind of seeing are some blockages as far as your thinking patterns go, and you might be even struggling a little bit with your view of yourself, or struggling a bit with reconciling with some past traumas and some past hurts and some past heartaches. So that might be something that's really kind of blocking you right now, or really holding you up as far as your process goes. And so I think doing a little bit of inner work, a little bit of healing as far as past stuff goes, even like therapy and self-care and those sorts of things, are going to be really important to you right now. I got the Chariot card here next for you, which talks to me about a bit of a coming home. So it looks like you are working really hard right now to get to know yourself on a deeper level, and you are working really hard right now to peel back all these layers and kind of understand who you were, in comparison to who you are. And I think just remembering that, the places we've been, the things we've done in the past don't have to culminate and decide who we are moving forward. So I'm just guided to tell you this message, and that is, don't let your past mistakes fog up your future. I think this coming home card, this Chariot card, there's a lot of wisdom and a lot of growth involved with this card. So just stay on course with your self-reflection and your inner work, and I think you'll be headed down the right path. What I get here with the Ten of Cups next for you is that there's a little bit of emotional purging, a little bit of sharing emotions, a little bit of vulnerability that you could benefit from, or that you have been sort of experimenting with. So you could be kind of coming to a point where you're wanting to share more, where you are becoming more open with your emotions, when you're becoming more open with understanding your emotions, and you're becoming more open with communicating your needs and your wants and your desires with others. And the more you do that, the more the people in your life are going to feel free and open to sharing those parts of themselves with you as well. So this is a really good omen. This is a really good card. Next I have the Nine of Swords here. So it kind of looks like, all the struggle and all of the sort of strife that comes along with reintegrating yourself and sort of setting these boundaries and thinking about what it is you want to do and where it is you want to go, and sort of just mapping out, your future, and mapping out, the things that really matter to you and the things that are most important to you. It looks like you're kind of taking those steps, and it's sort of been, I've seen some struggle cards here, so it's been a long journey, it's been a long process. But what I get here with the Pentacles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 of Pentacles here, is that you are protected and you are safe to kind of be yourself. And I feel as if, with everything going on in the world, there could also be a sense of hard work and financial security that you are establishing for yourself throughout all the chaos and the nonsense that has been, these last few months in the year of 2020. And even before then, things were a bit tough for everyone. So I do see this kind of protection and safety bubble around you as far as your material possessions go and your money goes. And so I think your hard work in that sense is definitely paying off. And it may not always feel like it, but you have to understand that that deep down it really is, and that progress is slow moving sometimes. So keep believing in yourself and keep working away at things. And I see here with this Swords card that there's a bit of a cocoon process happening right now. that you are sort of in this phase of a deep reflection and a sort of deep change that is coming, and you are embracing these changes, and you are sort of maybe thinking that, oh my God, it's taking forever to see the results of the changes that I've been making, or to see the results of the positive, things that I've been putting into my life and into the people that I love. So just know that, like a little cocoon here, you are blossoming and you are growing, and you really got to believe in that process and believe in the power of patience and hard work and that inner journey and that inner knowing and trusting yourself, and trusting that things will work out. So I'm guided to give you those messages. Gosh, a lot of cards here we did draw for you in the when I was shuffling and the cards were falling on the floor. There's also a card that's in upside down in the deck here that I will get to last. Let's keep going. We have a few more here for you. I have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 here. So a lot more swords, a lot more of this kind of, I want to say like logical brained kind of thinking. So maybe there's, and I see here more swords. So maybe there's a lot of thinking and a lot of logistics that you're going through right now. And this is a very earthy energy. And we just had a new moon in Capricorn, so it could be a lot of you kind of taking your emotional side and setting that aside a little bit. You don't want to be overly emotional in the choices that you're making and the decisions that you're making. And it feels like you're not. It feels like you're very grounded and you've been very logical. Even in these most emotional times when the world just seems like absolute chaos and like it's falling apart, it feels like you have a really grounded energy and that you are really doing your best to make decisions and make choices based on your logical brain and based on what you think is the right thing to do, not based on overly emotional choices. I have the Father of Pentacles here, so this could be talking to me about financial gain or a new career path or even just success in your current career path. This could be happening now. This could be coming in the near future. It could be a success as far as finances and money goes, or it could just show that you are very serious about your career and your work. Even if it's not a job that you love, it's something that you take seriously and that people value your work ethic and people see you as a hard worker. And that's what I'm seeing here from the Father of Pentacles. Next I have the Two of Wands here, shadowed by the Temperance card. So this really does just talk to me about your need for inner reflection and your need for thinking things through before acting. And I'm not saying you don't do that, because obviously I don't know. But just the message I'm getting, the message I'm seeing is that taking your time, having patience, kind of harnessing this calm and peaceful energy is going to be really, really beneficial to you moving forward. So it sort of just looks to me as if, there are some options being weighed, and you're going to want to think those things over and be patient when you are making choices, and kind of just, weigh the pros and cons. Don't jump into anything too crazy, too fast. Definitely take it slow when it comes to making big decisions with your life. And so that's the message I'm getting here. Next I have the Lover's card. So this could be talking to me about a really, really lovely and wholesome and beautiful connection that you have with someone else. And it could be romantic. It could even just be a friendship thing. It could be your connections with others are feeling very secure and are feeling very good and are a very big source of love and light and positivity for you right now. This could also be an inner kind of card when it comes to creating a new connection with yourself and sort of getting to know yourself on these new levels, and even, journeying down this really difficult path of self-love and of acceptance and of caring for yourself to the fullest extent, and to sort of offering yourself the same sort of love and affection and intimacy that you offer others. and just being sure that you're bringing that to the table for yourself too, and being sure that you are, expecting that from others. As far as the boundaries and things like that go, it's like if you have a lot to offer in relationships, you don't want it to be draining, so you want to be sure that you're getting that back as well. Knowing your worth and knowing what it is that you bring to the table as far as your relationships go. So I think those are all things that are themes for you right now. We'll get a couple of more messages here. I hope that those channeled messages resonated for you. And I think those are some pretty good things. Some pretty good little tidbits of information. Spirit, truly grateful for your guidance. Please offer us a few last messages for Elise here in the reading. Ooh, okay. So I have the Six of Pentacles. This is talking to me a little bit more about your growth as far as your material possessions go. And it could be that you are sort of thinking about money in a different way, and you're sort of growing in the way that you view work. I think that could be the message here. It also could be just growth in your job opportunities or seeking out, different means of work. It could be that you are wanting to expand your education, or you are wanting to expand your career, or even maybe start a side hustle or a side project. So I'm getting all good to goes on that front. So if you are in search for new work or thinking about starting a side hustle of some sort, it looks like now would be a really good time to do that. But like I said, be sure to think those things over. And at the bottom of the deck here, we have for you the Ace of Swords. So this is kind of a divine inner union, or sort of, how can I say it? Sort of like this never-ending cycle of thought and acceptance and thoughtfulness for yourself. So I think you're really on that path now of growth and of becoming your best self, and really trying to put your best foot forward, and really trying to put your best into the things that you do, and working with more intention, not just putting things out there willy-nilly or randomly into the world. You're putting a lot of intention and putting a lot of your true authentic self into the things that you do. So that's really wonderful, and keep up the good work. I hope that was a good reading for you. Like I said, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please feel free to reach out. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and thank you so much. Goodbye.